On a single day in November, the United States Navy will cook and serve more turkey than most American cities consume in an entire month. 11 aircraft carriers, dozens of submarines, hundreds of surface ships, tens of thousands of sailors, many of them thousands of miles from home, sitting down to a Thanksgiving dinner that the Navy has been planning for 6 weeks and that costs more per meal than any other single day of the year. This is not a story about strategy or weapons or combat operations. This is a story about a turkey dinner. A submarine commander who cannot tell his crew what day it is because they have no windows to the outside world, and why the United States military spends real money making sure that homesickness has one day a year where it loses. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the bell. We cover the stories the history books skip. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Every branch of the American military treats Thanksgiving and Christmas as operational priorities, not administrative afterthoughts. This is documented Navy policy, written into food service planning guidance, budgeted months in advance, and executed with a level of institutional seriousness that surprises people who have never served. We are going to walk through exactly what that looks like aboard an aircraft carrier and aboard a submarine, because the two environments produce two completely different versions of the same underlying mission, using food to hold a crew together during the hardest emotional stretch of a deployment. Let us start with the aircraft carrier, because the scale of what happens there is almost impossible to picture until you see the numbers. A Nimitz-class carrier deployed over the holiday season is feeding somewhere between 4,500 and 5,500 people, depending on whether the air wing is fully embarked. The planning for Thanksgiving dinner begins in September. The food service officer, typically a chief warrant officer with years of carrier food service experience, submits provisioning requests specifically for the holiday meal that are separate from the standard 28-day menu cycle requisitions. This is not a normal Tuesday dinner scaled up. It is a distinct planning event with its own budget line, its own procurement timeline, and its own execution plan. The provisions themselves have to be secured well in advance because fresh turkey, in the quantities a carrier requires, is not something you can order on short notice from a supply ship in the middle of the Arabian Sea. A single Thanksgiving meal service for a fully crewed Nimitz-class carrier requires approximately 3,800 to 4,200 pounds of turkey. That is not a typo. Nearly 2 tons of turkey prepared and served in a single day, calculated at a standard serving size of 6 to 8 ounces of turkey meat per sailor across 3 meal service windows to accommodate watch rotations. The turkeys arrive frozen, loaded during the pre-deployment provisioning cycle, or delivered during a scheduled underway replenishment timed specifically so that the holiday provisions arrive with enough lead time to thaw properly under refrigeration, which for a turkey of the size the Navy procures takes approximately 4 to 5 days per bird in a walk-in refrigerator held at the required 38 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The galley crew begins active preparation approximately 36 hours before the meal is served. This is where the story stops being about logistics and starts being about people, because the sailors doing this work are the same culinary specialists who have been running the standard 3 meals a day cycle every single day of the deployment, and Thanksgiving does not give them a day off. It gives them a harder day. The turkeys are seasoned and loaded into the convection ovens in batches because even the largest carrier galley oven cannot accommodate more than a handful of full-size turkeys at once. Roasting a turkey to the required internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit while maintaining consistent quality across dozens of birds prepared in relay fashion over many hours is one of the most technically demanding single-day production challenges that a carrier galley faces all year. The culinary specialists running this operation are working in the same 120-degree ambient heat that characterizes every meal service, except now they are doing it for 16 to 18 hours straight instead of the standard 12 to 14, because the holiday menu has more components than any other day of the year. Beyond the turkey, a standard Navy Thanksgiving menu includes cornbread stuffing, mashed potatoes, candied yams, green bean casserole, cranberry sauce, dinner rolls, and multiple pie options. Pumpkin and apple at minimum, with pecan added at commanding officer discretion depending on the provision's budget. For a 5,000-person crew, this means the bakery section of the galley is producing pies in the hundreds. The potato preparation is measured in thousands of pounds, and the vegetable preparation stations that normally handle a single-side dish are running double or triple their standard output. The financial picture of a single carrier Thanksgiving meal is worth stating plainly because it illustrates something specific about Navy priorities. The standard daily food allowance per sailor, as we have covered on this channel before, runs approximately $16.38 per person per day as of current basic allowance for subsistence rates. Thanksgiving dinner alone, calculated at the ingredient cost of turkey, sides, and dessert at the quantities described above, runs approximately $9 to $11 per sailor for that single meal, meaning the holiday dinner consumes more than half of an entire day's standard food budget in one sitting. The Navy does not object to this. The holiday meal is deliberately over-resourced relative to the standard daily allowance, funded through the food service account's built-in flexibility that allows commanders to allocate additional resources to specific high-value morale events. For a 5,000-person carrier, the total food cost of a single Thanksgiving dinner runs approximately $45,000 to $55,000, which does not include the labor cost of the culinary specialists working double-length shifts to produce it. Now let us talk about what actually happens on the mess decks, because this is where the emotional core of the story lives. The mess decks on Thanksgiving are decorated. This is not a small detail. Sailors and off-duty personnel spend time in the days before the holiday putting up decorations. The same kind of construction paper turkeys and hand-drawn banners you would find in an elementary school cafeteria, except assembled by grown men and women who are thousands of miles from their own families and who are, in a very real sense, building a substitute for the holiday table they are missing. The mess deck tables that normally hold trays of standard-issue food are set with tablecloths on many ships, a detail that commanding officers specifically authorize because the visual signal matters. It tells the crew, today is different. Today we are doing this properly. And then there's the tradition that more than any other single detail in this story tells you what the Navy understands about morale and leadership. On Thanksgiving and Christmas, the commanding officer and the senior officers of the ship serve the meal to the enlisted crew personally. This is documented, photographed, and repeated across every carrier deployment during the holiday season, going back decades. The captain of a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, a Navy captain with command responsibility for a 100,000-ton warship carrying more combat aircraft than most national air forces, puts on an apron and stands behind the serving line with a spoon in his hand, dishing out mashed potatoes to 19-year-old sailors who spend the rest of the year taking orders from him. This is not a photo opportunity that gets staged once for a press release. It happens across the entire meal service, hours of it, the same officers standing at the same stations, working the same physically tiring job that the culinary specialists do every single day of the year without anyone photographing it. The symbolism is deliberate and it is old. It goes back to a military tradition that long predates the modern Navy. The idea that leadership on the hardest day of a deployment means visibly serving the people you lead rather than simply directing them. A junior sailor who has been reprimanded by a department head 3 weeks earlier, who has stood at attention while a senior chief corrected his performance, watches that same command structure put on an apron and personally makes sure his plate is full. It resets something. Navy leadership development literature on holiday deployments specifically identifies this practice as a documented morale intervention, not an incidental nicety. The reason this matters as much as it does connects directly to something we need to address honestly. A sailor spending Thanksgiving on a deployed carrier is not simply missing a meal with family. They are missing a specific culturally loaded marker of time and connection that the entire country is experiencing simultaneously without them. Military psychologists who study deployment stress have documented that holiday periods produce measurable spikes in reported homesickness, sleep disruption, and requests for chaplain services aboard deployed ships, distinct from the steady baseline stress of an extended deployment. The isolation of a carrier deployment is constant, but it becomes acute on specific calendar days when a sailor knows with total certainty exactly what their family is doing without them at that exact moment. The Navy's answer to that acute spike is not a memo. It is a turkey, a decorated mess deck, and a captain with a serving spoon. It is an institutional acknowledgement that on this specific day, the standard operational rhythm needs to bend to accommodate something that has nothing to do with combat readiness and everything to do with keeping 5,000 people psychologically intact for the remainder of a 7-month deployment. Now let us go beneath the surface, literally, and talk about what Thanksgiving looks like aboard a United States Navy submarine, because the environment changes the entire equation. We have covered submarine food service on this channel in detail before, and the core facts remain the same context here. A fast attack submarine crew of approximately 135 people or an Ohio-class ballistic missile submarine crew of approximately 155 is operating in an environment with no natural light, no windows, no ability to receive real-time news from the outside world during a submerged patrol, and critically for this story, often no reliable way to even confirm what calendar date it is without deliberately checking the boat's official clock and calendar system. This creates a specific and strange problem that carrier sailors do not face. On an aircraft carrier, even during the most intense deployment, some degree of connection to the outside calendar persists. Email access, however limited, port visits, news updates through official channels. On a submerged submarine conducting a 77-day patrol or a 70-day strategic deterrent patrol, that connection can be almost entirely severed for operational security reasons. A submarine crew can genuinely lose track of ordinary time in a way that surface ship sailors describe as one of the most disorienting aspects of the job. Submariners have told Navy researchers and oral history interviewers that they identify time of day by what meal is being served, rather than by any clock, because the 18-hour watch cycle divorces the crew's daily rhythm from the sun entirely. This is exactly why the submarine force treats the Thanksgiving meal with an intensity that, if anything, exceeds what happens on surface ships. When a submarine's commanding officer authorizes the Thanksgiving meal, it functions as a deliberate synchronization event, a moment where the entire crew is forcibly reconnected to the calendar that the rest of America is experiencing, whether or not the boat can communicate with anyone on shore that day. The provisioning challenge for a submarine Thanksgiving is entirely different from a carrier's, because a submarine cannot receive an underway replenishment delivery the way a carrier can. Whatever turkey is going to be served on Thanksgiving was loaded during the pre-patrol provisioning event weeks or months earlier and has been sitting in the boat's limited frozen storage space the entire time, taking up cubic footage that the crew desperately needs for every other category of provisions. A submarine's food service officer has to specifically plan and protect frozen storage space for the holiday turkey from the moment of the initial provisioning load, prioritizing it over other frozen goods that might otherwise have claimed that space during a deployment where every cubic inch is contested. The galley itself, as we have documented before, is approximately 160 square feet with equipment a fraction of the size of a carrier's, a 20-gallon steam kettle instead of a 100-gallon one, a half-size convection oven instead of a full commercial unit. Producing a full Thanksgiving dinner for 135 to 155 people in that space, with 2 or 3 culinary specialists running the entire operation, is a logistical challenge that dwarfs the equivalent carrier task in terms of relative difficulty, even though the absolute numbers involved are smaller. The submarine's small convection oven can process a fraction of what a carrier oven handles per cycle, meaning the turkey preparation on a submarine runs in a much longer relay of smaller batches, starting far earlier relative to the meal service time than a carrier's preparation does. The financial cost per capita on a submarine Thanksgiving is actually higher than a carrier's, reflecting the submarine force's higher standard daily food allowance of $19.25 per sailor per day that we have documented previously, plus the premium the submarine force places on morale food events specifically because of the isolation factor. A submarine Thanksgiving dinner, calculated per sailor, runs comparable to or slightly above the carrier figure, but because the total crew size is so much smaller, the absolute dollar cost for a submarine's Thanksgiving meal, typically in the range of $1,400 to $1,800 for the full crew, is a rounding error compared to a carrier's, even though it represents a much larger proportional investment relative to the boat's total food budget for that single day. What happens aboard the boat when that meal is finally served is described consistently across submarine veteran accounts collected in Navy oral history projects. The crew's mess, the same confined space that functions as the movie room, the card table, and the only shared social gathering point on the entire boat, is set for the occasion as much as the space allows. The commanding officer, in the same tradition observed on surface ships, serves the meal personally, working the confined galley pass-through alongside the culinary specialists rather than standing at a formal serving line, because a submarine simply does not have the physical space for the kind of serving line a carrier operates. The intimacy of the space, which is normally a source of stress on a 77-day patrol, becomes an asset on this specific day. Everyone on the boat is, by necessity, close enough to see the commanding officer personally dishing out the meal, because there is nowhere else to be. Submarine veterans have specifically identified the mid-patrol steak night we have covered previously and the Thanksgiving meal as the 2 highest-rated food service events of any deployment in Navy personnel command retention surveys, but they identify them for different psychological reasons. Steak night is a reward, a mid-deployment morale spike disconnected from any external date. Thanksgiving is different. It is a tether. It is the one meal of the year that connects a submerged crew, cut off from the sunlight and cut off from communication with home, to the exact same ritual that their families are performing at that exact moment thousands of miles and hundreds of feet of ocean away. This distinction matters, and it is worth sitting with for a moment, because it explains something about why the Navy invests real institutional resources in what looks on paper like a single meal. A hot meal on any ordinary day tells a sailor that the system is working, that someone cared enough to make sure they were fed properly despite the demands of the operational schedule. A Thanksgiving meal does something additional. It tells a sailor that they have not been forgotten by time itself, that despite being submerged beneath the ocean or steaming through the Arabian Sea with no port visit scheduled for another 6 weeks, the institution they serve has deliberately, expensively, and visibly stopped its normal operational rhythm to acknowledge that today matters to them personally, even if it has no tactical significance whatsoever. Christmas follows the same structural pattern with its own specific traditions layered on top. Carrier mess decks are decorated more elaborately, often with materials that sailors have saved or requested specifically for the occasion through care packages from home. Many ships hold a Christmas Eve service in addition to the meal, coordinated between the chaplain's office and the culinary specialists so that the two events reinforce each other rather than compete for the same limited off-watch hours. The Christmas meal menu typically mirrors Thanksgiving closely, turkey or ham as the primary protein, with ham specifically favored on some ships as a deliberate menu differentiation. So the two holiday meals, only a month apart, do not feel identical to a crew that will remember both. On submarines, Christmas presents the same provisioning challenge as Thanksgiving, but compounds it, because a submarine on an extended patrol that spans both holidays has to protect frozen storage space for two major holiday meals simultaneously from the very first day of the patrol, a planning requirement that submarine food service officers build into their provisioning math from the moment they begin loading the boat. What all of this reveals when you step back from the individual details of turkey poundage and oven capacity and frozen storage cubic footage is something specific about how the United States military thinks about the relationship between food and combat readiness that extends well beyond simple nutrition. The Navy does not need to serve a full traditional Thanksgiving dinner to keep 5,000 sailors adequately fed. A standard meal service, nutritionally complete and calorically sufficient, would accomplish the baseline mission of sustaining the crew's physical performance. The Navy chooses to do dramatically more than the baseline requires, at real financial cost, using real labor hours from sailors who are already working exhausting schedules, specifically because the institution has learned, through decades of documented experience, that psychological sustainment during a deployment is not separable from physical sustainment. A crew that feels forgotten by their country on the one day of the year when the entire country is gathered around a table is a crew whose readiness degrades in ways that show up weeks later in every other metric. The Navy tracks sleep, disciplinary incidents, sick call visits, morale surveys. The captain with the serving spoon in his hand is not performing a nicety. He is executing a specific, documented, deliberately chosen leadership intervention that the institution has decided is worth his time, worth the ship's decorations budget, worth nearly 2 tons of turkey shipped across an ocean, and worth pulling his most exhausted culinary specialists into a 16-hour shift on the one day of the year they might have hoped for something easier. They do not get something easier, they get something harder, and they do it anyway, because somewhere in the chain of command, someone decided a long time ago that homesickness deserves at least one day a year where the Navy fights back against it with everything it has. If this story gave you a new respect for the men and women behind the serving line, hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds and it helps more people find this channel. Drop a comment below. Did you serve? Do you remember a holiday meal from a deployment? What it meant to you? What was on the table? Tell us. And share this video with someone who wore the uniform. They'll know exactly what this story means.